Chasing Butterflies movie synopsis and character breakdown. Original story by Robbie and Cheryl Spencer. Produced by SC Studio Films. Movie synopsis. A work of fantasy based on true events. An amazing story that exists in multiple realities simultaneously. It is centered around a family of musicians that are dedicated to changing the world through music. They are faced with many life-changing setbacks that make them stronger as a family. The film is staged partially in a virtual world that is almost indistinguishable from reality. Jordan and his family have just moved back to his hometown and are in the process of putting their lives back together, while Jordan's father appears from the other side and attempts to get through to him. Their boys in heaven also begin to reach through the veil and interact with them as if the two dimensions were somehow merged. Whatever it is, Jordan is the first to discover these quantum effects and how the G-wave is altering their reality. Once he makes the connection between the spiritual and the physical, he is able to connect the dots. Many rumors surface during the testing of their new VR platform, that it might be dangerous to the public. Whatever experiments that they are working up at their laboratory, there are things changing in this physical world and people are starting to take notice after they start having crazy dreams that seem more real than life, and nobody knows exactly what is going on, not even the people that are causing it. Jordan is faced with the decision to go on tour with his wife Jamie, or to chase his newest music artist down the highway as they defiantly set out on their own to embark upon their own tour. Jordan has invested a lot of time and money into Dreamland and he cares too much about them to let them run off and do their own thing. Mutt comes through to save the day, which puts Jordan's mind at ease and allows him to make the right choice for his family. Eventually, Jordan joins forces with Freddie to take a journey through dimensions using quantum tunneling and virtual reality and that is when Jordan is reunited with his boys in heaven, if even for just a moment. Eventually Jordan even sees the promised land and realizes how lucky he is to be alive. Genre: action and adventure. The family consists of the following characters. Jordan Harrison is the CEO of an established record label. Jordan is bipolar and has anger issues, but he truly loves God and his family. Conflicts arise daily with the music artists on his record label that prove to challenge Jordan's faith and make him question his own perception of reality. Jamie is Jordan's wife and is considered to be the stable one of the family, even though 15 years earlier, lightning struck their home and killed 3 of her precious children. Jamie is a famous recording artist and in the process of finishing her new album, which is being produced by Robert Mutt Lang. Jamie is offered a tour with a huge music artist, but Jamie really wants Jordan by her side. Haley is Jordan and Jamie's teenage daughter. She is in high school and is a computer genius. She is building 3D video games for a school project, and while saving her work to the cloud, she somehow gets connected to the servers of a local research company called Sparktronics Corporation, who are in the process of experimenting with virtual reality using the G-Wave quantum computer. Other characters include The Confidants. Freddie Osborne is Jordan's best friend and Sparktronics lead VR pilot. Freddie has a PhD in physics, is an experienced aviator and 3D developer, so he fits right in with this project. Before Sparktronics, Freddie worked at Ames Research and CERN on the original G-Wave. He is also notably the nephew of singer Ozzy Osbourne. Allison is Jamie's best friend and the receptionist at Progressive Edge Records, the label that Jordan and Jamie own. She is also the daughter of Wally and is currently dating Peter, who works out at the Sparktronics lab. Allison was there for Jamie when she went through the fire that took the lives of her children. Katie is Haley's best friend and instigator of many questionable acts. All in all, she is a good egg but still a little twisted, and her humor is a little over the top but well received for the most part. She also does 3D designing and is working with Haley on her project. The protagonists. Dr. Cooper Lomax, PhD psychiatrist, is in the process of treating Jordan's emotional condition, using very unconventional methods. Dr. Lomax is able to dimensionally travel and has no problem manipulating reality and literally walking through walls. No one is really sure if what they are seeing is real, and they are too scared to ever mention it. Dorothy Edelmeyer, A&R for New Holland Records, is in the process of hooking Jamie up with the tour of a lifetime. She believes in Jamie and is instrumental in changing the lives of many individuals. She is very well respected in the music industry and always gets what she wants, and what she wants right now is Jamie and Jordan on tour. Roger Lewis Jones, radio DJ in real life, is the man behind the mix during this film. His legendary voice is heard throughout the movie, and you finally get to see Roger in person, backstage at the big concert at the end. The antagonists: Commander Reicherman, military officer, U.S. Department of Defense, is stationed at the Sparktronics facility to oversee the testing and development of the virtual world simulations. He has served in many armed conflicts in Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan. He is a highly decorated officer and quite stern in nature. Very serious and to the point. X090793, interdimensional bounty hunter, is following Jordan and supposedly is in possession of a warrant to arrest him for illegally time traveling. Jordan has no idea who this person is or why they are following him, but they are able to enter his dream world, and he is starting to notice changes in the world around him. The Sparktronics staff. Darius McLauria is the lead developer of the new VR technology at Sparktronics Labs. He originally worked as a 3D developer for Microsoft Studios, but he was later recruited to Sparktronics, and his VR research was suddenly funded by a group of private investors including Jordan Harrison. Carl is a VR co-pilot who runs all of the computer simulations at Sparktronics. He is a funny, quirky kind of geek dweeb, and you just gotta love this guy for his honesty and simplicity. Peter is your run-of-the-mill VR technician. The kind of guy who looks at screens and calls out coordinates and stuff like that. He is also dating Allison for the record label. Charles is a retired particle physicist, but his long hair and a stoned gaze throws you off the trail. He has a great smile and an even greater sense of humor and outlook on life. It must be the weed, right? Tamara is the receptionist at Sparktronics Labs, and she is the first person that people see and the first person that people speak to on the phone. She is both beautiful and well-spoken. She also dresses very professionally and is a true lady. The label staff. Wallace was Mason's best friend, but now that Mason is gone, he is Jordan's nemesis, but he truly is looking out for the well-being of the record label. He feels that Jordan is investing too much money into the VR research and not enough into the record label and its interests. He also worries that there is something awry at Sparktronics, as he has heard stories from both Allison and Peter about mishaps at the lab. Mutt is the legendary Robert Mutt Lang, who will be played by my doctor and Mutt's twin Gregory Long. Mutt is in the studio producing Jamie's new album as a special favor to Jordan, but the truth is that Mutt feels sorry for Jordan when he sees the crazy life that Jordan has created for himself. Marty D'Angelo is Dreamland's road manager, and he and Jordan both bump heads. Jordan is not very nice to Marty, but Marty doesn't care because he believes that Jordan is lucky to have such a beautiful family and great friends, and feels that Jordan's problems are all self-imposed and situational. Weston Ray is a legendary producer and studio owner. Weston has agreed to let us film in his studio and to play the part of himself in the movie. Weston is a good friend and fellow studio owner, and we are blessed to have this open opportunity. Weston has the most amazing equipment and is fun to work with and to be around, so we look forward to that. The band Dreamland. These are all real people that are some of the best musicians that I personally know. Jared is the lead singer and guitarist for Dreamland. His influences include bands like Motorhead, Metallica, and Stone Temple Pilots. He is a real showman on stage and the chicks dig him. He is a little older than the other members of the band, but that only means that he is more experienced and a born leader. Played by Chris Bergen. Jess is the drummer for Dreamland Band. His influences included Rush, Devin Townsend, and Gavin Harrison. He has worked in the studio for several years and he is no beginner in any sense of the word. He is also a great live drummer and has many gigs under his belt. Played by Jesse Burke. Mo, or Motown Mo as we like to call him, is the bassist for Dreamland Band. He is a chick magnet and one hell of a bass player. I can't imagine anyone else playing the part of Mo than the real Mo. He has lots of incredible link work and he holds down the bottom end better than anyone I know. Played by Motown Mo. Jumps is the guitarist for Dreamland Band and a champion cliff diver. He definitely has a future in music, but not too sure about the other thing, you know? Anyway, Jumps is the bee's knees and he definitely puts the crunch in Dreamland's unique signature sound. Played by Dylan Ray. Other characters include Darby Davenport, real estate agent. Not in real life, but will be awesome for our production for sure. Bruce Bradley will be playing Mason Gaines, who is Jordan's father. There are many instances where Jordan's father comes through from the other side and is visible to everyone. Then of course there is what we like to call the Wizard of Oz scene, and in that short scene, Jordan wakes up in the hospital in the year 2025, surrounded by his family and friends, but everyone is different and has a different name. Like Allison, the receptionist for the record label, she becomes Dr. Gaines and the guys at Sparktronics are there, playing nurses and hospital staff. Darius is all of a sudden Dr. Macoria. Dr. Cooper Lomax shows up, the place goes nuts. The script is definitely worth reading and available for free to anyone who is serious about being a part of this project. Details available on our website listed below. Thank you for your time and God bless. Thank you for your support. Robbie Spencer, producer. SE Studio Films. 530-273-8127.